So I have a lot of Megatron figures in my collection. Some of them are masterpiece renditions of the G1 design, and some of them are Studio Series renditions of the live-action movie designs, and there's many more in between, but this is special. This is the Transformers Generations GDO Voyager class Megatron. Honestly, this is a really unique figure. It is a repaint of the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class bludgeon mold, and I gotta admit, this is just really, really cool. So, taking a look at the figure here, we can see he is done in his G2 color scheme with the bright green and the purple highlights and everything. I gotta say, it works really well. Would a color scheme on a tank like this ever work for its advantage in real life?
No.
Would you ever see a tank like this in real life? No, absolutely not. Well, the Joker would drive it, let's be honest. But other than that, it's just a really cool looking tank mode. Like, the detail and everything on it is actually quite nice. It's quite pleasant. We got all the details on the wheels and everything else. You got a nice Decepticon insignia right there. The turret actually does rotate full 360, and honestly is a really nice detail. You also have a 50 cal machine gun up here on top that does rotate as well. And I love the silver highlights and everything throughout the tank mode as well. It just makes everything pop. And overall, the whole tank mode is very coherent and works together with itself quite well. Like, it is a really good looking tank mode. 10 out of 10. Let's move to robot mode.
The transformation's pretty smooth for the most part, and I gotta admit, there's some really neat engineering tricks in here, and overall, it's a pretty satisfying transformation to go through.
Taking a look at the overall aesthetic of the robot mode here, we can see the color scheme actually works quite nice going along with the whole aesthetic of the figure. There's a lot more purple visible now than there was in vehicle mode, and I gotta say, it works in the figure's favor. Overall, it has a very pleasing look to it, and I gotta admit, it is a very unique design. The head sculpt here is G2 Megatron all the way through. The paint detail is quite nice, and the eyes are painted a nice red, which looks very, very nice. We got a nice silver Decepticon insignia there on the armor plate there. Honestly, just a really well done figure. Now, being that this figure is a repaint of the bludgeon mold, we do get a few cool hidden weapons. The tank barrel here actually comes out to form a samurai sword that can either be sheathed in this little section right here, like so, just like so. He can hold it like that, which is really, really neat, or you can actually give it to him to hold, which is pretty unique as well. Doesn't really suit the character all that much, but for the figure, oh yeah, absolutely. And there is actually another hidden weapon on Megatron. This is really cool. This I wish we would see on more figures nowadays, because it doesn't really mess up the overall aesthetic of the figure, but it is just so cool. So if we take the tank turret here and we open it up, there is a whole automatic mechanism to reveal a hidden dagger. I'll do that one more time just so you can get a good look at all the spinning components and details and everything. That's just so cool. Like, that's just so cool. That's something we don't see on Transformers nowadays. And you can take this and store it in the extra little sheath right here as well if you want to put it there. And you can also have Megatron holding the dagger as well. Why not? Because it just can't get any cooler than this, right? Like, that's cool. That is just cool. That is unique. I really do like that. That's cool. That's cool. The figure's articulation's not bad. You have a swivel joint at the head that allows him to look left to right. No full 360. Arms have multiple outward movement joints in there. There's the transformational hinge joint, which you can count that, sure. Forward and backwards rotation. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows due to the transformation. The legs are a little bit more hindered. You got this hip armor piece here, which kind of hinders the leg from moving outward. This front piece can move out again. Legs, they've got ratchet joints in them and everything else that allow the legs to move around, but the armor does hinder the movement a little bit. Another cool little detail is that you do have a kind of shin rotation, but whenever you move the shin, if you watch this little section here, that whole component moves with it as part of the Mecha Live gimmick that was occurring in a lot of Transformers back in 2009, which is just really is a really cool detail. And I mean, you do have a little bit of articulation there in the feet for the transformation, but I mean, overall, like, this is a unique Megatron. There's not a whole lot like it. Like, let's be honest, how many Megatrons are there of this specific design? Like, it's just unique. It's a different concept, and you know, it's something different. It's something different. I like the idea, and I like the whole. Yeah, Hasbro didn't think of the lack of heel problem. So, official thoughts and opinions. It's a collector's item. Yeah. It's a novelty piece. Most definitely. But it's cool, okay? Let's be honest. Megatron done in this color scheme with this specific style is just really, really cool. It's a really unique concept, and I like it. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I've got a place for it in my collection. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like. Comment what you think of Megatron down in the comment section below. Do you think this design should be revisited in the future? I definitely would be kind of interested to, like, I know the chances of this happening are like 1 in a million. But I would still be interested to see what Hasbro could do if they were to actually revisit this design with an updated rendition of the figure. Yeah, who knows? Food for thought. But guys, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos on the channel like this one. That's all for me at Champion Productions, signing off.